y'all. What the hell's going on here? Stream deck ain't lighting up. What is the hell? Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, cool. It's working now. It's working now. It's working now. I see. It wants me to install an update. Okay. Remind me later. That's what it is. What's up, everybody? Rocky, what you doing? Come on. Rocky over here. He back here scratching his nuts again. Everybody excuse Rocky. He's back here scratching his nuts. And nigga scratch his nuts like he pay bills around here. Are you done scratching your nuts? You done scratching your nuts, Rocky? Say hi to the people then. Say hi to the people. We about to do a yearly forecast. I'm about to pull these cards out. Them same cards that you are sniffing. We're gonna do some readings, all right? All right. Y'all say hi to Rocky. But for those of you new to this channel is very niggified. It's steeped in black culture. And it's also very spiritual. And I dibble dabble and I jump around depending on how I feel that day. I'm a Gemini. I jump around. Sometimes I'm completely into what's going on Earth. Sometimes I'm into what's going on in the stars. And today we are talking about what's going on in the stars. You can watch my other programming and on another show in another day about what's going on day to day. And what we do with today's show is this a card reading show. For those of you who don't know what that is Cardology. They used the practice of reading the same playing cards you play poker with. Blackjack. Ooh, 7 of diamonds. Card of spirituality and bankruptcy also. The highest card in the deck, the King of Spades. The same cards that you use day to day and been playing games with. Understand that there is no beginning date to when these cards started being used. They were used all across the planet. Africa, Mesopotamia, Asia, and they're used as a calendar system. 52 cards in the deck. And out of the 52 cards in the deck, you get 52 weeks in a year. 52 weeks in a year, you get 4 seasons a year. And you can see this all. If you want to know what it is, you can go on my website, breakthroughcards.com. And you can see the 4 seasons per year, the 4 suites, the hearts, spring, emotional, the element of emotion, fire, the element and the emotional side, clubs, the summer. We're in club season right now. That's mental. That's the youth time in life when you're a teenager. The hearts are like childlike. The clubs, the teenage years. It's the summertime. It's mental. It's speech. It's the element of air. The diamonds. That's adulthood. That's values. That's the fall of the year. The fall is when you reap the benefits of what you put down. In the spring, the summer, what you did. Fall is when them crops come in. Also represents the earth element, those diamonds, values. Then you have the spades, which represents the water element, represents wisdom, represents old age, which represents the winter time. And you use the numbers the same way you do in numerology. The number values are the same as they are in numerology. 12 months a year, the 12 royal face cards from Jack of Hearts to King of Spades being the highest. Then you have the 52 playing cards times 7 equals 364 plus the Joker, 365 days a year. So that, oh yeah, also the colors red and black. Red is positive, masculine. I'm sorry, the red is the same way as in the battery positive. It's the feminine actually. The day, the black for night, the black for masculine, negative. So everything you see on these playing cards matters. Every single card in the deck has a role. And they also represent personality types and also seasons in your life. So that's a background for anyone that's new around here. People who've been around here for a long time, y'all know what it is. Thank y'all for coming back. And this is something that is not tarot. Tarot is a little bit different, but tarot is also is similar, but it's different. You know, these are the same old playing cards, and no matter how anybody feels about it, how we interpret cards on this channel, of course, for entertainment purposes only. However people feel about this, what I'm doing with these cards today is older than any game you've ever played with these cards. And it's the reason why Vegas always wins. The house always wins. Because the cards have a system to them. If you understand the system of the cards, you can understand how a lot of things work in and around you. So hopefully y'all got that. We are about to get started. But before I get started, I want to welcome everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for joining. If you are on the Patreon tier of the card reading tier and higher, what I need you to do is we have a chat. Those of you on that Patreon card reading tier, we have it's in the community section of Patreon. I asked y'all if you have any questions you want me to read for you people on Patreon that are part of that tier and higher. There's a community chat. I have it open. Ask it in that chat in your Patreon, all right? Because I don't know whose face YouTube name and Patreon name. I'll get fucking confused. So there's a chat in Patreon, and I want y'all to go ahead and post your questions you may have in that, all right? So again, welcome. And then later on, if y'all want to super chat some stuff later on, if I have time, I'll do that. If I have time. But what's up, everybody in the chat? So let's get into it. This is how we get into it. Again, these are cards. There's nothing to be scared of. But at the same time, if this scares you, I get it. If you talked to me 10 years ago, I'd have been like, man, fuck all this shit. So if you're the kind of person that's like, F all this, look, we all have at our different points in life. We all can take certain things and some stuff may be too much. I respect people's differences. But what I don't respect is somebody that don't like what I'm doing and you keep your sorry ass in here. Chat room. It's okay for people to ask questions, but if somebody starts trolling, get their asses up out of here because that's not the energy of what I do. I am nobody's goddamn converter. I don't convert nobody to shit. I do this. This is what I do. I'm not trying to convert people to it. I'm not trying to tell you this how you should live your life. I ain't telling you none of that corny shit. This is for people who are interested in this level of knowledge. If this ain't your thing, then just come back to another show when I'm not talking about this. Most shows I don't bring out the cards. Most of what I do, I just talk about on a day-to-day level. I don't even use the cards. But there are times that I do use the cards, and there are a lot of listeners of mine who love when I use the cards. So this is for y'all, for those who love it, for those who are into it. If you're not into it, I can promise you right now, I ain't gonna be the nigga that's trying to convert you. Bye. I don't believe in converting shit. Nigga, you want to convert, nigga, you turn it to goddamn a transformer. You convert yourself. And if you convert yourself to a new ideology, I'll be happy to teach. But I ain't converting shit. So don't come in here with your little ass ego. I don't know. Bye. All right, so let's get into it. What we're doing today is we're going to read the United States, and I do this every 4th of July weekend. Usually I do it before the 4th of July. I'm a little late. My bad. I had a lot going on 4th of July week. Usually we do this before the 4th of July. We always do a yearly reading right before New Year's for the calendar year, and then we do another reading for the year of the United States. I think this is our third or fourth year doing this. So if you want to check the past ones out, they still up here on YouTube. But in cardology, your birthday is your year to year. That's your year, your birthday. So if you was born yesterday, your birthday was yesterday, your year started yesterday for your personal year. So the personal year for the United States, is starts July 4th, because that's the day that the United States recognizes as its birthday, July 4th, 1776. So let me do my math. 2025 minus 1776 is 249. So we are at the 249th birthday for the United States of America. And so when I pull up that in the solar spreads, that is spread 69. All right. A spread right here. So let me pull this up. And let me get you over to the screen. Let me pull this up. But I'm going to change this up because I want y'all to be able to read it better. PDF expert. There we go. So here we are. And we are a Jack of Diamonds nation. So that means we're going to be reading these cards here. No. Let me count. Let me see here. Well, this is play spread, what, 69? And I do this, the reason why I'm moving like this, y'all, because I don't pre-read cards. I do it live. The same way if you ever got a reading from me, I do it live. I don't pre-plan a reading. I see what I see and I go with what I go with. That's how I read cards. Let me see if I can highlight. Can I highlight? First let me expand that. Why is this shit? Here we go. Highlight. There we go. I want to highlight. Y'all making me do this every time? Fuck. Highlight. The cards that I'm highlighting are the cards that we will be reading from, okay? And I don't know why it's not letting me goddamn highlight the whole. There we go. Highlight. So there we go. Highlight. You're going to be going up into that 9 of diamonds. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's break it down. I'm over here probably doing too much, but this is my obsessive compulsive side right here. Doing too much, but shit got to be right. This how I am when I do readings with y'all, man. I be like, man, my shit got to be weak. Anybody's ever done reading anything business with me? I got it. My shit got to be right, man. I don't like fucking around when it comes to business. All right, so here we go. These are the cards we're gonna be reading. Starting with that. So the United States right now this year is in a Venus Jupiter Venus Saturn year. Okay. It is in a no, I'm sorry, Venus, I'm sorry, not Venus Saturn, Venus y'all know that goddamn planet Uranus year. Okay. So the Venus Uranus year. So that right now, that right there lets me know that this year, and when I say year, that's birthday to birthday. That's starting this past July 4th. It's an emotional year, unchecked emotions off top. So it's like we already said this year is a theme. When I read my card reading for the year, the theme of this year is a fight between family. That's the theme of the year. We talked about go to my reading from back in January, back in December. We talked about that. How people who are supposed to be on the same side are going to be fighting. I was just talking about this the other day. Uh, on Twitter, me on this show. You see how what's going on right now in the world. You see Democrats fighting Democrats, trying to figure out how they lost. You got that the former White House speaker now she's becoming independent. You got the people who over there on the other side of the game, the Republicans. They fighting each other like crazy right now. They going at it. Teams are fighting one another. LeBron and Drake got into it. People who have been traditionally on the same side, like this right here. There was this tweet that what's his name, Roger Stone put out about Steve Bannon. Both of these dudes are goddamn Donald Trump professional ass kissers. But look at them. Even they going at it. Y'all see this picture that what's his name put up? This is the picture that what's his name put up. What's his name? Roger Stone. Roger Stone and Steve Bannon. Both of these dudes are professional Donald Trump ass kissers. And they are fighting it out. Everybody on the same team is fighting it out. Everybody traditionally on the same team is fighting it out. And that's one of the things for the year. And we're going to keep seeing more and more of that as time goes on this year for the United States. You're going to really see more and more internal fighting. And it has to happen because it's a lot of people who've been faking the fuck, hiding, having all kind of subversive intentions. That shit got to be called out. It's a time and place for everything. It's a time to be subversive. It's a time people got to play around and be fake and be on all kind of weird shit. But we're at a time right now to where people who are on that weird shit, systems on that weird shit, is about to really come out. And people are about to have a fight. And so that's what it's already looking like. Communication wise, you see right there, you see the ace of clubs? I'm looking at that card. Oh, where did it go? I'm looking at that all the way on the left. I have it highlighted. I had an ace of clubs highlighted. What that ace of clubs shows is it's internal thinking, new ideas, new thoughts, new innovations, but not a lot of talking. So what this shows for us is, on a personal level, this shows that this isn't really a time for talking. Of course, niggas like me, I'm gonna talk when it comes to this show. But when it comes to everything else, when it comes to and I'm not gonna say everything, of course. But this is more of a time in your personal life. Don't talk to people about what your plans are. Just do them. All right. This tells me because when I read with y'all, we don't just talk about what's happening in the world around us. We talk about how we can use these cards to help us in the world around us. We're not victim of our environment. We're not victims of our circumstance. We can be in an environment, we can be in a circumstance, but we got cards too. The game of cards is two-way. And sometimes the deck is stacked against you, but you still got cards. As long as you got a card in your hand, you got a fighting chance. So that ace of clubs means This isn't a time to think about it. It's a time to be about it. The Ace of Clubs isn't scared. When you think of an Ace of Clubs, think about like when you were young and didn't know no better, you would just say anything before your parents and the world around you taught you to tame what you say or what you think about yourself. Ace of Clubs, it may not say it, but it has the audacity to think it can do great things. It has the audacity to think that it can rise above its circumstances. It has the audacity to think that although I may not be qualified, I can still do it, and so on and so forth. That's what the Ace of Clubs represents. But it also represents, as far as how the country works, how this card is going to play out. Media wise, communication wise, we've never gotten the truth. But watch out for misdirection. Oftentimes, the Ace of Clubs, and when I say misdirection, it might not always be intentional. The Ace of Clubs doesn't really know how to express itself. Oftentimes, Ace of Clubs people, they are great at creating things. They're great when they're in the lab, in the studio, you know, of doing things. And the Ace of Clubs, if your birthday is May 31st, June 29th, July 27th, August 25th, okay, I got one of them goddamn silver alerts. That's what y'all just heard. One of them goddamn alerts California be having out. But September 23rd, October 21st, November 19th, and December 17th. Those are Ace of Clubs birthdays. I gotta watch out because the last time one of these alerts came, y'all saw like 2 weeks ago, like about a month ago on this show, one of these alerts came while I was talking to y'all. That ended up being my neighbor's daughter, yo. But they found her. Ended up being on some YN shit that they was doing. But I gotta check because the last time when the motherfuckers came through, it really was my neighbor's daughter. I was like, God damn. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. But this is the time to really don't be talking about your next project. Do your next project. Don't be talking about what you want. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. And as far as the country goes, you can't really put too much stock in what you're going to be hearing coming out about what's going on. All right? I'm just going to say it like that. We got in the Venus, we have a 3 of clubs, some 3 of spades. That's being at a crossroad. That's trouble. Venus is the feminine planet. It's how you deal with your day-to-day lifestyles. 3 of spades likes controversy. So controversy is about to get hot and heavy. Especially, it's already hot and heavy now, but watch. Mark it down right now. As we get into like late August and September, late August into September, we got a lot of shit, man. We got a lot of shit that's about to be going off, and I mean, if there's going to be any kind of war, if it don't start by the beginning of October, it's not going to happen. But late August into September, early October, that's that 3 of spades season for the year. Yeah, it's physical fights, online major hacks, weather, because Venus represents the weather too. That's the emotions. And so terrible, 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 catastrophic weather events and unexpected. We've been seeing some of this so far with those floods in Texas. You know, it doesn't surprise me that happened. You know, when it happened to start the new year off for the country. Expect more of that. Unfortunately, because the 3 of spades. Think about the 3 of spades personality. Dame Dash is a three of spades. Dr. Randy Short is a three of spades. Those are two people who, when it comes down to it, they want all the smoke. Three of spades people want all the smoke. And they're going to give all the smoke too. Three of diamonds people give all the smoke, but they really don't want to fight. They don't want it like that. They just talk a lot of shit. They can sometimes because Puffy's a three of diamonds. Donald Trump's a three of diamonds, but three of spades are like a higher level, at a higher octave of that. So three of spades is a time of, but it's also a major business card. Get your shit together. Three of spades is also a call to get focused. It's a time where work is going to be. If for those of you who are focused on what you want, it's going to be a lot of work. This is going to be a hell of a work season for you coming up late summer into the fall. For those of you who do have your businesses in line and your stuff lined up, your workload is about to be crazy. For those who have been saying you want to do one thing, but you ain't been doing it, you're about to be at a crossroads. You're about to be put into a position where you're either going to put up or shut up. Because the social safety net, the comforts that we're used to, it's going to be some shit going on where that's not going to be there for you. So you're going to have to decide, do you want to just stay in this mediocrity that you're in, or do you want to level up and jump to where in your mind you say you want to be? That's all still a personal choice. We all have free will, okay? We got to always remember that. We have free will. That's what the cards come down to. The cards just tell you what season it's in, man. You still got your free will. You still decide which way you want to woompty boomty bam it. You dig? I blew it up. Okay, I should have done that earlier. Blew it up more. You decide how you want to woompty wham it. That's how it goes. That's what free will means. This is what's in the cards. You decide how to play them hoes. And then Mars is our challenges. And we have a four of spades. And the four of spades off top is the card of fate and groundedness and bringing things back to where it should be. But it's in the Mars position, which means that's the challenge. When you dealing with a four of spades, now you're dealing with basically what work have you been putting in the last few years? Have you been working towards what you say you want to work towards? And don't judge yourself too harshly. If you've been working like you've been going, but shit got in the way, but you've really been putting forth an honest effort, things can work out positive for you. But if you know you've been bullshitting and jiving, and it's not gonna be this not about to be a fun second half of the year for you if you've been jiving. This card gives you your ultimate desire, but oftentimes your ultimate desire ain't what you have in your head. Your ultimate desire is how you've been acting. You say you want to make money, but you've been on PlayStation 5 all day instead of doing what your spirit told you need to do next. You ain't got on, at least if you don't know what to do, get on Chat GPT. If you know how to do it, like, hey, look, I want to open up a lawn care business. Go on Chat GPT and ask Chat GPT, show me the steps it takes to open up a lawn care business. Use this AI stuff for your advantage. Use this for your advantage. Also, when it comes to my card reading, we have reports. For those of you out there, my report system is back up. I haven't really been advertising the last couple of weeks because we've been having some bugs. I got one more report I got to get out to people. Those of you who've already paid a report, you should have it in your inbox. But if you don't want to get a reading, you can go to breakthroughcards.com right now, and you can go and when you click on book now, you can go there, and on that site, you can get yourself a report. Go to products, and your Cardology life report is like 50 pages long. It really breaks down your life report. There's also yearly reports, financial reports, and we just got reports for children. So if you want to see a flow chart for your youngins, especially if you got them young, the children's report isn't up on the website yet. Email me for any of those reports. And we also have a workflow, a flow chart for your own life. We have those reports where you can get those typed up, and they're very, very, very comprehensive. Everyone that's gotten one so far, thank you. We've had about, I think we've had a good, we've had a lot of people sign up for and get reports, and everyone has had a great response to them. No negative reports, no even neutral reports. Everyone's been like, "Yo, thank you. This is dope. This is hella dope." So make sure you get your life reports right now at breakthroughcards.com, or just email me, info@dwannb.com or info@breakthroughcards.com, either one of those. Anything at dwannb.com, you'll get to me. That's my catch-all. You can say, Dwann, you're full of shit at dwannb.com. That email will still come to me, all right? So make sure y'all do that. But yeah, the stability is going to be tough this year. It's going to be something that you have to fight for. This is the card of stability, but with it being in that Mars position, that means it's going to be a little bit rough. But again, if you've been following your system, following your plan, creating your plan, doing your plan, you should be all right. You should be all right. Then, oh wow, this is crazy. We have a 10 of diamonds. What's that? Is that a 10 of diamonds? Oh shit. Got a 10 of diamonds in Jupiter. That's the card of emotional extremes. And Jupiter is the card of expansion. Woo! A 10 of diamonds in Jupiter. Wow. What does that mean? It means a lot of attention is going to be focused. And if you focus because 10 of diamonds is the center of the card spread. Its natural position is right there in the middle. And when you're dealing with cards, each card has different positions. And right now, this is the position that's in. But like you say, if I go back to the original spread, if you go back to the original spread, the 10 of diamonds is right there in the middle of the spread, center. And its natural position is Jupiter, which means attention, 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 attention. This is the attention horse card. No disrespect to the 10 of diamonds people that are out there. But that's what this card represents. And so we were on spread 69. Let's go back to 60. Here we go. 67. Here we go. So that's what this card is. And where it is, it's lots of attention on the bullshit. And when I say the bullshit, I mean the bullshit. Now, who the fuck is ringing my front door? Let me see him check this camera. Somebody ringing my front doorbell. Let me check this camera out. Come on, camera. It's taking too long to load. All right, that's Amazon. It's just Amazon. Just Amazon. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to check and see what was ringing my front door. All right. So there you have it. This is the time to focus in on yourself, and center yourself. That's the download I'm getting, I think, for the most part, with this one. This is where whatever your spiritual practice is, whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, whether you read cards, don't read cards, I don't get into people's spiritual systems. Spiritual systems are independent. They're personal. So whatever your personal spiritual system is, This is a time for you to get in that. This is a time for you to use it. Don't be using your spiritual system as like a lot of people do, going around judging other people. Well, I do it this way, and I don't know why that person ain't a Christian, and yada 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 yada. Don't be that. Don't be that. Don't be that. Whatever practice you've been practicing all these years, this is the time to goddamn it, be it. Don't be all. This ain't the time for everybody going around turning their nose up, talking about, oh, I know Papa Legba and Papa Shango, and I know this Arisha and that Arisha, and you do all that yada 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 yada, bada 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 bada. Nigga, this is the year for you to use it. Don't brag about it. If you brag about your spiritual system that you're not using to help enhance your day-to-day life, you're gonna be just as screwed up as the people you judging. You just gonna screw yourself up. So again, when I talk spirituality, I don't talk about this stuff to brag or boast or say, hey, look at how spiritual I am, and all you have to do is believe, and blah blah blah, and the Ace of Diamonds and the Queen of Spades and blah 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 blah. Nah, brother, sister, you use it and apply it. You play the card. Don't let the card play you. Spades. Same way you do in Tonk. The same way you do in Blackjack. Am I gonna hit? Ooh, shit. I got a 13 and the dealer face. Now I landed on 16. The dealer has a faith card showing. Do I hit? Because the dealer got me beat. Do I hit or do I stay? Sometimes you make the right, you play the card just right, and you hit it. Boom. And you bust. Or you hit it, you play the right card, you was on 16, boom. A 5 drop, a 4 drops, you get 20. Like, yeah, boom. Then a dealer, they shit flip over, boom, they got a 12. They hit, boom, a 9 come out, 21, and you lost. Sometimes you can play your cards perfectly right and still lose at least that battle. But just because you lost that battle, when you lose a battle, that's when it comes time to ask yourself, what did I learn? Because a lost battle is just a learning lesson. Sometimes you play your cards completely wrong and you win. You got a damn, you got 19, the dealer face card is a 2, and you hit it anyway. You like, everybody like, no, you don't hit that, you fool, no. Now, more often than not, you're going to lose. But sometimes, hey, that ace may show up. You hit it as a 1, and you live to fight another day, and you win. You play your cards, poker, whatever your game is in them cards. If you stick to the rules of the game, you're going to be all right usually. Same when it comes to your life. You got a high way you can play, and you got a low way you can play. And the outcome isn't guaranteed, but the outcome is going to put you where you need to be to get to wherever you need to get to in your next step. All of our journeys are personal. All of them. And so now we got a Queen of Clubs. We have a Queen of Clubs. And she is in the Saturn position. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. We got the Queen of Clubs and Saturn. Saturn is your discipline. It's the internal. It's what's down there underneath. It's the thing that people don't see. It's a guiding force that pushes what's not seen. And the Queen of Clubs, this is a good card, people. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. The Queen of Clubs is very sensitive, so it's going to be sensitive times for people. Queen of Clubs don't like getting talked about, don't like getting looked at, so look for some censorship here online over the next year. Look for a little bit of censorship to come, but they're going to try because it's very sensitive. People are going to be sensitive. If you're the kind of person that's like me, that tells it like it is, like this is probably me talking to myself, I can expect emotional backlashes because Queen of Clubs don't like being talked about. But it's also very intuitive and it's organizational. It's hardworking and it writes. The Queen of Clubs likes to, in order for a Queen of Clubs is not an easy card to manage. And the reason why it's not an easy card to manage is because the Queen of Clubs writes its own rules. And most people don't take the power that God gave them to create their reality actively. Most of us don't even know you can create your own reality. Most people are just following what their parents taught them, what society taught them, what they learned in school, what they learned in general. And people are, for the most part, following a program. If you're just following a program, the Queen of Clubs ain't gonna work that well for you. The Queen of Clubs is the card that creates the program. It writes its rules. It says, okay, these are my parameters. This is how far I'm willing to go. That's how far I'm willing to go. This is what I want out of my life. I don't want these kind of people around me. I do want those kind of people around me. Oh shit, Rocky, you gotta get out. Hold on. Go ahead, Rocky. Go ahead. You wanna go, little nigga? Go. Rocky wanted some attention. And I'm over here reading cards to y'all. So my wife, she gonna give him some. Rocky be wanting attention, boy. Can't pick you up now, homie. Anyway, so this is a card of really taking your power and owning your power. And you creating what it looks like. Because some of y'all gonna get put in that position anyway with this job situation. Some of y'all about to get put in this situation whether you want to or not. With these layoffs that are coming, lots of layoffs coming. Lots of layoffs coming. Lots of money being taken from the economy is coming. It's about to get real tough, and people are going to have to get creative about what they're going to do. People are about to start losing Section 8, losing benefits, losing health care coverage, losing jobs. There's a lot of that. You'll really start seeing that take effect in September. September is a kickoff point for a lot of stuff. But this part right here that I'm talking, as we get towards like January, the beginning of the year, it's not going to be a happy Christmas for a lot of people. I'm just telling y'all that right now. That's why creating your own expectations based in reality, not in what other people say you should do or be or any of that kind of stuff. You got to be grounded, and you got to be focused, and you got to plan out your future. You got to plan out where you want to be. You can't allow this shit to take over and push and toss you around. You got to take the reins of the motherfucker and dictate where things are going to be going. It's going to be very important because this country, as we get into this Queen of Clubs time, we're going to real volatile times this year. This year's going to be very volatile, emotionally charged. Then we have a 5 of Spades. In that position. I mean, sorry, 5 of Spades, 5 of Clubs. Oh, changes. Oh. This is the planet of Uranus, how the fuck you say it? Uranus already deals with randomness and like kind of fickleness. It's a fickle planet, and a five of clubs is a fickle card. Fickle people, fickle promises. And this goes to the people around you. It's gonna be people around you pumping hot air. This isn't the time for you to believe, and also for who you listen to. Your podcast that you listen to, all that stuff. Trust your heart, trust your spirit, even when it comes to me. I open myself up because I'm always in a genuine space. I always speak from a genuine space, even when I'm wrong. I'm still genuine, and I ain't out here to deceive nobody, hurt nobody, harm nobody, mislead nobody. I'm just here to hopefully help people think for themselves. So I don't mind you testing anything I say on me because hell, I know where I come from. But question everything, even me. Question everything and trust your heart, trust your spirit. Trust when you feel that somebody's jerking your leg, even if it's somebody you've been listening to for a long time. Shit's getting crazy. And when people get desperate, they do desperate things. So in your personal life, now, I'm not saying go questioning everybody in your life. I ain't saying that either. But what am saying is people are really about to flip. And it's going to be, you're going to see a certain thing from somebody, then you're going to look at them like, the fuck happened to them? Trust your spirit when it comes to dealing with people. And if they flipping on you, pay attention to this kind of stuff. People are getting real selfish. Going back to the Ace of Clubs we saw in the Mercury position. People are getting real selfish. And when people get selfish, when people get in their own world, when people get in their own ego, they're bound to do anything. Even the people that you love. So pay attention and trust your heart, trust your spirit. If you feel like something has changed, it's because it has. Now investigate and find out why. Then we got a seven of spades coming up in Neptune. That tells me spiritual downloads, artists, musicians. Listen to all my painters, musicians, filmmakers, anybody that does things that are creative. Your spirit. Trust your spirit. Let your spirit and your wisdom override your mind. That seven of spades, Neptune is where your creativity comes from, especially you musicians. Music comes from that Neptune period area. Whenever I read musicians, when they come to me and ask me about their music, and I read a lot of musicians, some very famous musicians I've read, by the way. But I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, hey, look what I did. If they ever choose to come out and say what I helped them with, that's gonna be them. That's gonna be. But most of the people who are like famous, they don't like to really tell the world about this kind of stuff. They all into this shit, but most of them, for whatever reason, they don't real feel comfortable, or it could just be personal to them, but they don't really share. But if any of them musicians out there and motherfuckers, y'all know who y'all are. It's a handful of y'all. If y'all want to come out and say how I've helped, I'll be more than happy. But even though I'm not bound by HIPAA as a card reader, I still stay to HIPAA guidelines. HIPAA, I don't tell shit about anything I say to anybody during any session, any way, shape, or form. Hell no. Do you know what kind of a goddamn spiritual violation I face if I went around telling people's business? Spirit of have his proverbial foot and knee all in my ass. And I probably would lose my gift to read if I violated anybody that way. I probably would lose this gift to read if I violated somebody in that kind of way. So I don't speak on people's shit. Hell no. I'm not taking that karmic repercussion. I'd rather deal with the law than deal with whatever will come with that. But anyway, seven of spades is that card of spiritual. spiritual downloads, and wisdom. Artists use wisdom. And this goes for you older artists. When I say older artists, those who've been doing art for a long time, now is a time for you to really apply your wisdom that you've been learning this whole time, that you've been going through. Be wise. Be wise in your decisions on what directions you go musically. And my artists, y'all know what I'm talking about. For everybody that's a non-artist, this card is telling you to trust your spirit too. If in your spirit you have to make a radical move, listen to it. But the seven of spades not only is spiritual, it's also confrontational. The seven of spades likes to fight. So lots of, as far as this country goes, by the time we get to the beginning of next year, January, February, this country gonna be in all out next spring. Oh God. I mean, people gonna be at each other's throat. This whole at each other's neck thing is gonna calm down later into the year next year. But now, because this is the personal year for the United States. This is all about from July 4th to July 4th. This is about systems at each other's necks. You're about to see governmental systems suing each other more, fighting each other more, different departments within the government. This is the time for everybody to stay back and pay attention, and you trust the God from within. Whatever your spiritual system is, again, like I said on the previous card, it's now the time to dig in and use it. You've been in church your whole life saying, I have faith of a mustard seed. Well, damn it, now's the time to apply the faith of a mustard seed. Go from having the faith to using the faith. Like Michael Jackson said, keep the faith. Faith is an action. It's not just some shit you sit back and get on your spiritual high horse to. You use it when times like now are here. Next up, we got that 8 of clubs. We got the 8 of clubs. Oh, that's a different one. No, that's a different. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Let me put up a different one. That's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. There we go. Let me see here. That's not the one I wanted either. God damn. Hold on, y'all. I'm over here. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. All right, so now we got the 8 of clubs fixed in the Pluto card position. That's fixed emotions. That's fixed emotions. Also fixed mood. The United States overall this year is in a fixed position emotionally, which means that when it comes to all this ice raid stuff that you see, when it comes to all this stuff, it's going to get a little more brutal. It's going to get a little more brutal. 8 of clubs is all about principles, and that's in the moon position, and the 8 of clubs is fixed. 8 of clubs is very, very, very principled. And right now, this country, with the leadership that it's in, is very principled on Americanism. Don't be surprised if between this year and next year, you see a fracture in the United States-Israeli relationship. Right now, it's as tight as it's ever been, with Trump backing every move that Israel wants to do. What I see here is there's a possibility if somebody pushes too hard, then I'm not saying they're going to be split apart and at each other's neck. No. The United States and Israel still going to be on the same side, but you can see through this card, because it's such a principled year, at some point, the leaderships of these places are going to get so dug in self-righteousness. The self-righteousness on both sides is going to lead to some level of fracture, the inability to compromise. That's how it looks for the country and other relationships the United States have. Stuck in people's point of view. And so how that applies to you personally, don't be so stuck in your point of view on things. Always be willing to learn and listen. I'm always willing to learn and listen, except when you tell me about how you feel. Watch out for people telling you how they feel. Fuck people's feelings. And I mean that. Don't give a damn about nobody's feelings when it comes to business. When it comes to how you live your life, when it comes to what decisions you're going to make for your job, for your family, for your associations, people's feelings ain't got nothing to do with it. Talk turkey, talk business. You dig what I'm saying? Talk substance. Be substance. Act out on substance. How you feel, if you get caught up in how you feel, you're going to get left behind. You're going to get screwed over. And also watch what you mentally fixed on. If you fixed on a bunch of BS with Ace of Clubs right there, if you fixed mentally and you fixated on a bunch of BS and you live in a bunch of BS and not really being who you say you are, and you just on that, and you're over here, you know you're supposed to be doing A, but you fixated on B. You know, at least if you did C, you would get some things done, but you too focused on D. Focus on what needs to be focused on. And that's a message to me. I gotta finish writing this damn book. I could have been finished a month ago, but shit. Sometimes I be getting caught up in a YouTube rabbit hole, man. I be listening to some stuff, man. I be listening to some thought crimes, and they be having me, because they really more in hip hop than I am. So I listen to them like, damn, that's what's going on. You know what I mean? Then I turn on Pink Book lessons and she'll say some shit, and they be like, God damn. Then I'll listen to somebody, and I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go live, man. I'm pissed off, and I gotta talk about it. Knowing good and hell well, I should have spent them last 3 or 4 hours writing my book. Not saying don't listen to people, but sometimes, especially like with thought crimes, when they go on deep dives on stuff, I'll be like, what's next? I listen to my man Black Alpha. Every time I listen to Black Alpha, I feel like getting out my seat and kicking somebody's ass. And I be pumped up. That's just what it is. We all do it. I do it. But this is a time for us to still listen to me and listen to your favorite podcasters. But give yourself some of that time too, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying, give yourself some of that time. It's going to be great. It's going to be highly, 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 highly beneficial for you. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes on how this is going to look. How is this going to be looking? How is this going to turn out? How does these things look and play out as the year goes forward through next year? Y'all ready for that part? Like to hit it? Here it go. So the reward card right there is that 6 of spades. Reward can be positive or negative, depending on what you put into it. But the 6 of spades is the karmic law of cause and effect. That's the cause and effect. And it's a lot of causing the United States is doing. So if you pay attention to the causes the United States doing, what are the causes? They're protecting another country. Y'all know the name of that country. At the behest of citizens of this country. That's one of the causes. They're removing the social safety net Taking away Section 8, taking away a lot of your vouchers and programs, that's a cause. They're also hitting, trade wars and bringing jobs back to America through high tariffs. That's a cause too. Okay, what are the effects? Well, let's start with the tariffs part. I like the tariff thing because every country uses it to rally itself around. The effect could actually mean more jobs and more. And this isn't me listening to Trump. This is just understanding the history of tariffs and watching what's going on politically with a lot of companies bringing their industry back to America. Now, a lot of those jobs are going to be short lived because it's going to be robots doing the majority of those jobs in about 10 years or less. But that's part of the reason why the United States is bringing so many jobs back home, because the ultimate plan is to have robots do them. But in the short term, a lot of those jobs are coming back to America. On the other side, look at some of the stuff that they're doing. Like the United States is jumping in wars it don't belong in. There's going to be an effect of that. The United States is removing that social safety net. Homelessness, lots more crime. Expect homelessness and crime to be in effect. And again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Letting you know that. Six of Clubs also being stuck or bound to someone or something. That means the people, as we get the forever Trumpers, are going to be louder. A lot of stuff is going to get worked through this year. Right now, there's a lot of fracturing going through this year. As we get towards the end of this year, as we get to like late spring next year into the summer, you're about to start seeing people choose their sides and stay on those sides. And it's going to be a lot of people, a lot of organizations that were used to being on the same team. You're about to see them become mortal enemies with one another. Then you got that Seven of Hearts and a cosmic lesson. The lesson is to overstep your boundaries, because Seven of Hearts is all about overstepping boundaries. Well, overstep your limitations. That's what this is calling for. Wherever the areas you feel limited in, you know you want to do something in life. You know you want to make a move, but you feel limited. Well, that's a boundary that you put on yourself. The only way you're going to be unlimited is by stepping through those boundaries. That's how you become your best self. Stepping outside of the box that you've created for yourself. Or I'm just this, or I'm just that. I don't want to do that. And it's fine to be that way. But if you have a desire that's greater than your fear, that's greater than your not in fear. If you have a desire that's greater than your need to stay where you are, answer the desire regardless of the fear. If you have a desire that is beyond what you feel is what you do now or within your limitations now, this is the time to step out and step beyond that. As far as how that card plays out for the country, the United States is about to start seeing more countries buck back and not be afraid of them. And that's something the United States got to be this for those. And I know a lot of you niggas is listening. That's the time for the United States. A lot of other places out there are not going to be as fearful as they used to be of what's happening here, what's going on here. So the United States is going to have to know that. And a lot of those traditional bully tactics this country's used to, it's not going to work. The United States is going to have to find another way. And they know the other ways, but that's going to require them to give up a little more than they used to giving up if this country is to maintain peace. But I think this country does want to maintain peace, and so we'll see how that works out. Now that 6 of clubs, that's the moon. That's the moon. So with a 6 of clubs in the moon position, that's overthinking. Oh shit. Don't stress yourself out, people. The overthinking is about to be real. Compromise with yourself, okay? Learn how to compromise with yourself. Learn how to, let me say it again. Meaning, don't be so goddamn hard on yourself. If you gotta make a move, then goddamn it, make the move. But don't beat yourself up the whole time you're making that move. You ain't got time to be beating yourself up this year, going back and forth. Make a decision and stand on it. Whatever your intuition said do first, that's the decision. Go with it. Anything that's coming after that, you know, everybody out there know when your spirit told you to go in a particular direction and you hesitate. What happens when you hesitate? All the negative thoughts, all the reasons why you shouldn't, the reason why you should have gone this way instead of that way, yada, 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 yada. All of that happens when we hesitate and when we allow ourselves to overthink too much. This is lots of overthinking, and that's fine. That's fine. But at some point, you're going to have to get off your pity party, get off your indecisiveness, and make a decision. That's what this card is calling you to do. You know, your emotions are going to be feeling one way, but there are other ways that there's more going on than how your emotions are feeling. Be honest to that. Be honest to all the other stuff going on that are beyond how you feel it. Even if whatever that is gets off to a slow start. All right, then we got a 9 of diamonds as a transformation. Whoa, Lord. Damn, that 9 of diamonds, that damn 9 of diamonds, that motherfucking 9 of diamonds. Shit. Know what that means, y'all? That's putting in work. And that's reaching beyond where you've reached before. It's going to take a lot to get through this year. 9 of diamonds is very complicated, but it's also highly, highly, highly successful. It has a lot of problems, but it's also highly successful. 9 of diamonds personalities. Kevin Hart is a 9 of diamonds. Cat Williams is a 9 of diamonds. 50 Cent's a 9 of diamonds. Kanye West is a 9 of diamonds. 9 of diamonds birthday is January 18th, February 16th, March 14th, April 12th, May 10th, June 8th, July 6th, August 4th, and September 2nd. So this is a year of sort of we're in a 9 of hearts year, and it's a 9 of diamonds transformation. As long as you apply, going back to what we talked about earlier, as far as like spirituality goes, it's best that you live your spirituality and not preach it. If you live in your spirituality, if you're applying what you know you need to know, if you're applying your way through life, if you're putting action behind your word, you don't have nothing to worry about. Be fine. Because you putting action into the faith, action into the spirituality. Too many spiritual people don't put action behind their spiritual stuff. And that's why they keep ending up, that's how you get, Sister Maybell been believing God for a car for 15 years and faithful, going to church every Sunday, 15 years, still ain't got a car. That's because oftentimes the church and the way they speak faith that's something that you're going to sit around and wait on. There's a song that we used to sing in church. As I wait upon the Lord, I grow stronger. As I wait upon the Lord, I go stronger every day. And you do have to wait sometimes for things to happen, but the waiting is in action. You're not sitting on a park bench. God will bless you as you apply his lessons in word. Whatever your space or her. I don't care if I don't care if you into Shiva. I don't care if you into the Oshiras, if you're into Ogun, if you're into Jesus, if you're into Muhammad, Buddha, whatever your thing, apply it, and use it. This is the year of blessing for those. Not so much a good year for the people talking about a whole bunch of stuff they're not gonna do. I'm in the FBA. I appreciate the cash app. I much appreciate the cash app in the FBA. So that's what this is about. So in summation, what I get from the cards this year is this is the year of action, action, action. It's a lot of stuff going on in the United States. You got to be about action. The United States is most definitely going to be about its action, covering up things. A lot of issues that the United States has are going to be exposed and shown to the world this year, shown to us. We just got to pay attention. So at the end of the day, folks, use your cards, play your cards. Don't let your cards play you. Don't let your cards play you. Make sure that you turn around and you if you want to book a reading, book one. I've been reading the chat. Sorry, y'all, but when I read, I'm in the channel, so I'm just now looking over at the chat. Y'all been having a good time. What's up, Lori Brown? Fuck your feelings, Caldonia. Everybody that's up in here, Haruk, Shayla, Sinister. Thank y'all for paying. I haven't looked at all at the chat because it'll distract. When I'm reading, I can't do distractions. I gotta focus in on what's coming through me. I don't really. I know the cards technically. I know what they say technically, but what needs to come out of the card speaks through me, and that only happens when I don't focus in on y'all in the chat. The chat room being bound to say some shit that had me dying laughing. I'm over here because I'm goofy as hell. So my goofy ass is gonna be sitting here laughing and shit instead of reading. Oh, you love reading? Appreciate that. This reading I'm gonna keep this reading up for a few days, and then it's gonna go over on Patreon, and it's gonna go to my member section only after a few days. I'll probably keep it up through the weekend, and then I'll put it up on Patreon and over as a membership. But yeah, that's what it is. So play the cards. The United States is in for. It just keeps coming, man. The fall. Watch out for this coming fall, man. Pay attention to your surroundings. Show up your money, and don't get too focused in what's going to be happening in the world around you, because in the fall, it's going to really be looking bad in a lot of ways. But that doesn't mean it is bad. It just means that's the dog and pony. That's just the dog and pony show that's on the TV. You don't have to participate in it. You own your peace. You own your space. Take advantage, take control of that. You own your peace. You own your space. Yes, I do conduct one-on-one readings, and you can book at breakthroughcards.com. Let me pull the websites back up. Let me pull the website back up. No one asked anything on Patreon? That's cool. You book at breakthroughcards.com. I do offer birthday discounts if it's within the month of your birthday. If it's within the month of your birthday, then email me. I'll offer you a birthday discount. So you do get that. But let me pull here. This is my website, breakthroughcards.com. You can book. And when you book, you got your life report, your yearly report. These are printed reports. And it shows you what cards are there for you to work with. I got 2 more reports now. I got them for children, and I also got them for your life path reports. I have those also. But for those last 2, you got to email me. They're not on the website yet. And then for reading itself, you just go to products, go back to the home, you hit products, and those are the ones you can buy. And then where are my readings? Where the reading at? Book now. There we go. Click on book now. That's what you do. You click on book now. I'm over here fucking up my own site. And you get yourself a reading. We do offer birthday discounts. All right. But don't allow the news around you to mess you up. We all live in this. There's a lot of BS going on in the world. Don't let that BS come between you and the people you love. And play your cards in a constructive manner that are going to help you dictate your life and get your life in the direction you want it going. And don't worry about everybody else. This life is yours. These are your cards to play out. You still have free will. Your cards just show you, your where your greatness lies, and also where your deficits lie. We all, even though we all got free will, we all do what we want to do. At the same time, we all have unique gifts. We all have unique problems, and our problems, as we get through them, are going to help us increasing and put back into the world. We got unique gifts, and our personal unique gift is our contribution to the world. So live out your gifts. Love yourself and trust yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. When you mess up, forgive yourself, and then go back to loving yourself. All right. Thank y'all again for listening. We'll be back at it tomorrow, talking that good stuff. Hell, I might do one late night. If I don't do a late night tonight, I'll definitely do one tomorrow. And also, my students. Tomorrow is 9 a.m. You're gonna get the link today to the class for tomorrow 9 a.m. Everyone who's enrolled in the not card reading, in the music history course, you're gonna get your link in about 3 or 4 hours. I got some things I gotta put together for tomorrow's lesson plan. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm putting together tomorrow's lesson plan, and you're gonna get your paperwork, your information, your study stuff to in your handbooks and everything, and fact sheets. I'm putting those together as soon as I'm done with this reading, with this show. So I'm gonna be here focused, getting what I got to get done. I got a lot of work to do. So for those of you that are part of the music course, if you're not enrolled, it's not too late. We still got 4 more classes. So I need you guys to enroll right now at DwannB.com if you want to go into a deep dive on music history and instruments and all that good stuff. Also, we have a reparations event coming up. Reparations with Sister Kamilah Moore. And reparations and meditation. Oh my God. Reparations and meditation. The sound bath. I'm looking forward to this. Next Sunday. Reparations, I said reparation mentor. Reparations and relaxation. Reparations and relaxation in Compton. To where with Tiffany, Quarles, Kamilah Moore, Danae Wright, they're gonna have you when you're talking about reparations, talking about what could be done legally, but also relaxing, chilling out. The only thing we can do is what we can do. Can't control the rest, right? Only thing we can play is our cards. And with that being said, I'm out. Thank y'all for listening.